Luke 10 verses 36 to 37. Which now of these three, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that shewed mercy on him. Then said Jesus unto him, Go, and do thou likewise. As stated yesterday, that's what's happening all over the world right now. Everyone who has the opportunity to hear Zion's message in the future, or in dire straits, but with access to Zion's message, they will soon become the dust of history, the traces of history. This time, he was brought down by the economy. Maybe he's in a mental hospital, intensive care unit. When it will be turned into a historical monument, he suddenly realized, turns out that faith is not something that can be easily obtained. It's about paying the price. Indeed, throughout the Bible, it can reflect the true beliefs of each age. Compared to the ordinary person, God's guidance for us is more abundant, and give us more taste, wisdom, and perspective, to explain, to dissect the whole thing, so, for the first time in human history, it can be interpreted in terms of character and belief. After us, in the history of humanity, there will never be another, the magnitude of our existence. Like I said, all the mysteries have been solved, all the answers are published. For example, before many people take the TOEFL test, they usually practice all the past papers. But you know, even if you practice all the tests, you don't suddenly get the exact same question on a test, absolutely not. The exam can't have the same questions as before, because you've already solved these problems. Just as I already had several TOEFL past papers, maybe you have 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, or even a dozen TOEFL tests. However, the TOEFL will not produce an identical test again. What's more, for generations, there has only been one test. It was just one, but the Church of Zion solved it. I got it all figured out, didn't I? It absolutely proves, because I came to a stage in my understanding of faith, to follow God, to be confirmed by God, to reach such an amazing level. This is definitely a proof. Turns out, there's only one test in the whole world, and I solved the exam and explained it in such detail, this question will never be asked again. In other words, the New Testament era will never happen again. When the Teaching of Zion series emerged, the New Testament era could be over. If not, it would be highly unfair to future generations, who believed us after hearing from us, can easily give correct responses and get high marks. We started recording teenagers. It's deconstructing the meaning, the secrets, the values, and the grading criteria. Therefore, this test will not test the next generation. Even if they don't have grace, they can answer all the questions. More than ever, faced with the subject that God was leading in a maze of ways. If you have no character, there is no answer. Because the ultimate solution to these problems, it's about finding out how it works, how faith works. This is Zion's destiny and mission. We continue to reveal how faith in God works, can follow the plan of the age of God and continue to operate year after year, keep sharing with the world. Every year, I find out how it works. It is not just a superficial understanding, and it wanders. It's about getting to the bottom of it, year after year. Every topic we have studied has hit the bullseye. It also became the direction and topic of the times. Even if God lived in this age, he would do the same. The beginning of the 2012 message sharing was the revelation. And now you see them unfold. Our interpretation is an end and a time for the world to check its answers. During this time, for us, there will be room to live and grow. That is, when checking the answers, we will have our own growth period for this answer check. This living and growing space belongs only to us. No one else will ever have that chance. When we were raptured, there is no room for growth in checking answers anymore. This space for growth, to advance you further in faith and character, and diversified to develop your own anointing. When your anointing increases and increases, it shows that you have more of God's character and become more mature. For the rest of the day, by the time it takes to check the answers, your anointing, your gift, and your wisdom, will leap forward and improve with your character. Luke 10 verses 36 to 37. Which now of these three, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that shewed mercy on him. Then said Jesus unto him, Go, and do thou likewise.
United as one, we don't care what's in our way. We're marching on, come what may. We walk hand in hand, with God's living word here we stand. United in God, with our eyes still set on the prize. We'll gladly give our lives. Together my friends, together until the end. Until the end. Together until the end. Until the end.